Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. We got an early start today. We went to the farmer's market. So it was nice to have the farmer's market, something that, kind of reminds you of normalcy. Like 3 years ago probably 2 summers ago, was the last time we had the farmer's market. So it was nice to go out there today and walk around and get some fresh baked goods, and vegetables aren't out yet, but we got some flowers and things, so kind of nice. So we have a busy morning. After the Facebook, we have a class going on, but we have some new things to show you and some restocks and so on. So we are going to get started. I know a lot of people will be jumping on shortly, so they'll have to go back and revisit and check it out on YouTube or play it back. But by talking about it, we finally got them in. These are the mini hybrid ink pads from IO, which we also carry their full-size pads, and now they made available these mini pads. And this is the ultimate collection, and you can see what I love is you have your light, medium, and dark in various color palettes going around. So it's kind of easy, especially if you're doing any altenew or flower layering or leaf layering with any of the stamp sets that have multiple layer combinations. It's easy to grab one of these and you're all set, ready to go. So this is the ultimate set. It lists for like $145, somewhere around there, and if you buy this set, you'll get a 20% discount. We just got one of these, but we can always reorder more. But we do have the individual little mini packs, and so they give you the 3 colors all together in one pack. And these retail for $9.99. And actually, I think Mona was probably the first one that got these, and I was probably the second. And I love them. These are my go-to pads. I have the, entire full-size pad. I'm a full-size girl pad. Minis, I can't be bothered with a little mini ink pad. I know they're portable and blah, blah, and a lot of people like them, but I like the full-size pad. But you can see, look at all the different color combinations that there are. And these are now available online. Just put everything up yesterday. And these are some of their new color combinations, the deeper colors that go with, they might be like the next color after one of these. So these are the new little mini hybrid ink pads from IO. Yeah, I don't know where we're going to put them yet. We don't really have a spot. Yeah, we got to tape it better because it doesn't really, I'm afraid I did tape it, but we need to maybe staple it or something.
More than one?
No, I just got one, but okay. Well, that first one is sold, but we will order more. So if anybody wants one of those full sets, we'll get more. We have some new dies from IO. We have the wheelbarrow. I love this one. The vegetables. And this is an old one, the boots. If you have the IO ink pads and they're getting dry, I don't carry the re-inkers in stock, but they all have re-inkers available. I just ordered 2 for another customer, so you can get re-inkers. It seems every time I get the re-inkers for the pads, we don't sell them. So we're just going to do them as needed. So, but anyways, there's the new fruit. For Father's Day, we have the little grill, the grill tools, a golf die, the Happy Father's Day words. These will go into our little section for Father's Day. And the grill, you can use those other than Father's Day. It's just a really good set. Summertime, we have new flamingos. We have the watermelon. I like this. This is a nice size watermelon die. We have the ice cream cone. And remember, you can make a really cute mini slimline by doing multiple ice cream scoops on the top. So we'll get one of those samples together one day and have that out there. We've got the popsicle. And when I saw this, what I thought was red, white, and blue. You know, for 4th of July is summertime, but you remember, what do they call them? The bombs?
Yep.
Yeah, the popsicle bombs.
I'm saying that would go so cute. Red,
yes.
White, and blue with that.
See, the wheels are turning very early in the morning. And I'm really into the 4th of July. I think we have a lot to be grateful for, and we have such a wonderful country, and we have amazing citizens that live in this country, and I think we need to be proud of it, and we need to share with everybody else how much we love where we are and how much we appreciate blah, 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 so I can go on and on. But we're not. So we have these new, some are old and some are new. And these are 2 new papers. And do you see that? Land That I Love? Isn't that nice?
Beautiful.
And then they have the little,
really cool.
yeah, the pinwheels on the back. That like the paisley. And a really great check on the back. Okay. I see somebody just popped up, and I want to give a shout to Lois. I want to wish you a happy birthday. She's very fortunate to have her grandkids in town, and she's going to have a beautiful day. It's going to be a little hot and muggy out there, but I don't think it's going to matter. You're just going to enjoy every minute with those grandbabies. So happy birthday, Lois. And we did this card very early this morning, and I've been wanting to do it, and nothing gets done like knowing that you have a Facebook Live coming up, and it would be a perfect time to show it. So just a reminder, we have a lot of like great buffalo papers, and I just grabbed these 2. And I made a really, just super fast card, marked die cut. This was a die set from a Sizzix, one of Tim's alphabet sets. And then we have our buffalo die cuts, which we sell already pre-done. They're from a commercial die cut, and so it's not available to everybody. But we have our own buffalo dies, so you could use one of those. And I had the Buffalo Love in the back. So we're going to post that one up on our Facebook page. And then I had mentioned that IO is kind of changing because of everything that's happened, and they're going to really kind of wind down on their red rubber stamps, but they are putting out small limited editions every month, and this is the first set. It's a red rubber cling set, and in this set you have the hummingbirds, you have the flowers, I think those are hibiscus, you have some beautiful sentiments, and they're all on red rubber. You get a sample in the inside, and they actually have separate a coordinating die for those hummingbirds. So I'm glad they're not totally abandoning red rubber, and that we'll see them in these small little groupings. So maybe when things change, she'll get back into doing her red rubber. Oh, are you almost done with the flowers there?
Yep.
Okay. We have some new products in from one of our favorite companies, Pretty Pink Posh. And I was so excited. I think Janelle did an Instagram post showing the great, beautiful birthday cards that Kim did in a class using Pink Fresh. And she typically does a Pink Fresh class every release, so kind of follow that. So we feature them a lot. And Pink Fresh, or Pretty Pink Posh, is a very small company. And we're very fortunate to be one of the few stores that can carry her products. And so on the Instagram post, they responded, they made a comment regarding how much they love Kim's cards, and actually reposted it on their Instagram story and shared it with all their customers that, maybe want to take a class with Kim at Buffalo Stamps and Stuff using Pretty Pink Posh, and which is really cool to get that acknowledgement. So this is the new release. So this is one of their sentiment sets. This is called the Crafty Sentiments. And it's funny because in the Lawn Fawn release, they had a lot of crafty dies. Here's the floral arch. And this is similar to a stamp set that they came out with previously. They have their sentiment scripts. So you get these beautiful fonts and different sentiments. And where they have the word, different smaller sentiments that you can put under or above. And some of their layered stencil. This is the envelopes called Layered Letters. And I believe this has 2 different stencils in here. There might be 3. And then the new flowers, the spring flowers, is 1, 2, I think I see 3 layers. So some really nice stencils and some stamps. We actually sold out of several of the other new stamps and dies that came in. Oh, Mark's got one over here. But we'll be getting more in. So this is the flowers. And do you have a picture of the die? Might hand me the die? I'll show you the die. We have a lot of these because I knew I would love this. It's stuck to the bun. Want to hand the whole? Just hand me the whole plate. This is the die. It's on the bottom of the plate because they put that, Mark didn't take the adhesive off the bottom, so we just got to pop it off. But this is the die. I don't know if they call them spring flowers, but you can do them in white, and then you can color with Copics. I'm going to go grab a marker real quick just to show you how, because I always talk about I die cut them in white, and then I color them. Let me grab one just to show you what I do. And this is probably one of the times that I actually use the chisel end. And then if you want, I don't know if this is the right color that I would use to shade, I would use the 63, but you can also do that. And the reason I like the white, because I can die cut 6 sheets of this, put these in a little container, and then pick out what I need. What I wanted to show you was this is a basket die that they had at, I think, Easter time. And you can see the stitching in the basket. You have the little rim. This little scalp, this should have been done in like white so that you can have a little ruffle if you want. But this is where I thought, oh my gosh, you can do like a beautiful basket of flowers. And now that Mark cut these all out, I'll have to for sure put it together and make a little bouquet. But how sweet would that be? And you have the little centers. So this will be one of those completed projects for Wednesday. So we'll put that off to the side. And that one is called the Spring Foliage from Pretty Pink Posh. Couple things we got back in stock. We got the anti-static powder tool in from Tailored Expressions. We sold out of it. And once again, we showed it. Mona showed on her Facebook how not to fill it. No, the other one, the other company.
Oh, yeah, but it's about the same. You want to go to the pull-off part.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so this one has the little sponge top. And then we have the one from the powder tool that we got in from Pink and Maine. That has the brush. So like Mona had talked about, both are great, and she uses them both. And one she tends to, I think I have them up by the embossing powders up front. She uses in one situation and another, but they all could be used the way, and they are anti-static. So you can use these to take the back of sticky off stickers. So if you want to pop them, you get rid of the sticky part for card making and such. It's also, the reason they were made was to prep your paper. So when you use embossing powder, you don't get all those little particles sticking because of static. And so that was the main reason. And then this is the tool from Pink and Maine. And this part will pop up and your brush will extend out. And you'll use it as such. So this is more of a brush tip. That's a foam tip. You have to remember when you're done to slide the brush bristles down before you put your top on it. Just like a makeup brush. And in this one, you get a pack of the clay filler, and you probably can fill your container twice with that. And then we do sell the refills. So these are the anti-static tools. Speaking of embossing powder, we have to save one of these for one of our customers who said, "Are you getting that little tool in?" This is a little handle it tool from Ranger, and it only took somebody 30 years to figure this out. This is to hold your paper in place when you're embossing, so that the end does not get hot and travel up where you're holding. Actually, I was supposed to start off the demonstration today by holding everything like this. Kim, you forgot to remind me. So these are called Handle It, and these are from Ranger, and we got a bunch of these in. So it's just a nice tool, small price point, and will help save your fingertips. We just kind of restocked. A lot of people love these little mini strips, sticky foam tape from Tailored Expressions, and we have them in black now. So we have white and black. So that's something a little bit new. We replenished our Copic markers, and I found this. It's the Copic color swatch cards, and it's actually a really nice little book that you can carry. There is an app that you can get on your phone, but sometimes the colors aren't true. So this is a nice tool to have. So when you're matching papers, and they give you all the different colors, and you get to color in your swatches. And this is probably updated compared to the one that we have, and we have a big sheet that's probably like 18 by 24 or something, but when those are gone, those are gone. So this will be a nice tool to have, and I love the little sleeve that it comes in, so you can keep everything together and store it. So this is the Copic color swatch card book. And I got a small order in from Gina K. I haven't ordered Gina K in quite a while. it always seemed everything I always wanted was out of stock. So I never got enough to complete an order, and this time she had some new things I thought that we would definitely want. So I placed an order, and we got this great golfing set, and the coordinating dies came in for it. And so they're great for like retirement, Father's Day, so on and so forth, and several different sentiments. And one of the reasons I jumped on the order is they have these new 5x7 embossing folders, and which is great. So if you're doing a bigger card, you're doing a slimline, they'll fit all different size cards. They're not 3D, they're just traditional embossing folders. And the reason I got it is because so many people still want the Swiss dot embossing folder, which Cuttlebug made probably like 15, 20 years ago. And I haven't seen anybody come up with a replacement for it, and now we have it. So we have the Swiss dot. We have the lattice. Just very simple, these kind of things just add to your card. And what I love about the lattice, I love the back of it too. And you can see even the Swiss dot. Sometimes we forget to use the back of the embossing folder. We always kind of use the way we were, probably thinking that it was essentially made for, but the back gives you a totally different look and is, sometimes better than the front. We have this petite flourish, this little vine, which is beautiful with your flowers. And you can see the back over here. And this is one that I love this one. It's called Tapestry. And if you can see that beautiful design in it. And you have like these berries and leaves and various greeneries. So, and then the tapestry. So, beautiful embossing folders from Gina K. And the sticky mat, we got these back in stock. And this is where we got this tool last time. And it's intended to be used with your sticky mat. It has a little plastic sheet on it, which you want to make sure that you save. But this is where you'll put your paper down. You can put your stencil in these little slots and put this in place, and it'll anchor everything down so when you go to stencil. But Mona had talked about the way she used her mat to actually hold like all her little, like all these pieces, so that you made all these flowers and you're not going to lose them. Put them on here, and it's just kind of a nice place to store and keep all these pieces together. So you might want more than one sticky mat. One for all your little die pieces or projects you're working on. So this is the new stencil mat. Oh, I think that one goes in here. Let's see if I have anything else new to show you. I think I have one other thing. We're working on some new classes, so we'll be adding those to the calendar this coming week. We've repeated a couple that you may have missed that have been really popular, so we're going to kind of, it's not super sticky, but it's definitely tacky. Like, you could just lay your paper on there, Carol. I would not press it down because then I think it's really going to be hard to get off. It has a nice tack to it. This will be an independent class. We may offer it as a class. I'm not sure. it's very time, when you're doing a book, there's just a lot of prep work and everything. But I have the instructions, and we're going to be putting kits together. It's the Simple Story Summertime Collection, and it's this great little mini book. So we might do a class where if you purchase the book, we'll go through some of the pages, just a couple of the pages that may need some explanation, but we'll have the book in the store. This is like super fun. I can't wait to send it to Adeline and Brianna to fill with all their summertime pictures. There's pockets. The time-consuming part was cutting everything, like getting all the preparation. Putting it together went by easy, but cutting all the papers. But they have amazing instruction sheets, so easy to follow and easy to put together. So you can let me know if you're interested in one of these summertime little mini album kits. I'm not quite sure the price. I think it's going to be around $35 for all the products. I have to go back and figure that out. But just a super sweet little summertime book. Okay, so we're going to pass it off to Mona as soon as she gets over here, and she has a lot to show you. Mona, you're up. Oh, she's coming. She's coming, so I'll talk in the meantime. Those that can go out. Yeah. No. So. Oh. So here's Mona.
And good morning to you all. I have cards here. Cards, cards, and cards. Cards and paper and oh my. All right. So where did I put my 4th of July one?
I didn't touch anything.
It wasn't me. Well, that's weird. It's probably right in front of me, and
I'll move my stuff out.
Sorry. I'm using this die from iCrafter. Now, a lot of you probably already have a die similar. I wish I could find my 4th of July one. It's so darn cute.
Here's the die.
Oh, I got the die out.
Oh, okay.
We got it. It comes with quite a few pieces, 14 dies, and this is a very easy card to make. And
It's going to bother you that you can't find it.
Because we just had it out. Not there. Not there.
Did you put? Oh, it's right on the floor by your foot.
Oh, that's why. It's on the floor. Okay. All right. So now we got them all. All right. So I worked with a couple different paper pads. This Happy Birthday is one of the new pads, and it's called Salutations. It's by Echo Park, and it's the 6x6. So it has lots of little. Oh, this is a good pad. It has lots of. It has solids and it has cards, lots of cards. So making this, I went through and found my salutations, and this was the end result. So you can see. So really cute. When I did the top, I used my spellbinder that cuts a real nice 5 3/8. It starts with square. So there's that. Now there's, I think Karen Berniston is the one that had this out, and somebody else has it out. But this one seemed to me so simple that, I couldn't help but do it. So there's that one that was made with this pad. And we do have the pads in. There was this one. Now this is different. This is the first time I ever tried to do this. and I'll explain some things when I'm done showing you the cards. This is actually a mini slimline, and I used, sorry, it's funny when you have all the things together and then you can't find them. Well, I used a die by I think Studio Light, a mini die. When I'm going through my stuff and I find it, I will show it to you. But there's this one, and then it opens up like this. This was made with the full-size pad. I think American Freedom or something like that it was by Echo Park. But look at that. And it opens nice. Folds real nice. But this is a slimline. And then I had a Father's Day package. And the reason I'm showing you these is because I don't know about you guys, but I like to buy collections because then all the paper matches. However, in collections, they always have these cards, and I can never seem to use them. So this was like a perfect thing for me to be able to use them. So this one was the Father's Day or something like that, or Dad's. And then here it is. And this would definitely be my husband. He loves to grill. We added that. And we got that. And so all this was made with the cards and paper from that particular package. So this one is the Father's Day one. But if so go through your things and see what you have. This was a challenge for me. Sharon said, use this paper. And that is this pad right here. Now it comes with 6 different sheets and maybe it's 4 of each sheet, something like that. Maybe it's, I don't know, I can't remember. Lots, but they had all these messages, and that's why they call it the salutations. So this was a mixed bag with different things. I tried to group them, so there was some friendship cards. There was magic. I call these ones inspirational ones. There was all different ones. And I figure I can use them a little here, a little there on other things. This was, dream big. These were just, flowers and decorations. Positive vibes. Get well. I think there was a happy birthday. This was a heck yeah. This is kind of miscellaneous. Hello, and a couple happy birthday. So with the solids on the opposite side, I cut out one full set. So every sheet that had a different set of cards, I cut out, and then I kind of matched them as to the occasion. So now this is a little different for the pop-up, fold-out, whatever you want to call this card. What do they call it? The twist pop-up. And instead of doing it this way, I thought, geez, I want to go this way. So once again, it's the same format, your A2, so it'll fit into an A2. And then here it is. And over here, rather than to glue this down for what you want to write, I made it a little pocket. So you could add your saying or whatever you want. But there's this one. And it's flowers. You know me, I'm not crazy about flowers. But it did come out pretty nice, I thought. So these were all the things. So those were the 4 cards I made with this set. And like I said, in this the salutations, you get to play a little. And I kind of, what I did was I made myself a template. Just got to open up this envelope. So that I could take the cards and I would lay this out, because this is what we use for the mounting of that goes on the arms. I'm calling them the arms of the card. I don't know if that's really correct, but so I made a template for that. And then this was the matting one. I think I only used the matting one in the flower one, and that was it. I didn't use the matting one a lot because I used the full size of the cards. But this is the set, and there's all the dies. Lots of dies. So when you make this, I'm just going to give you some notes if you haven't done it in a while. A2 if you do it the standard way like this, you can't do your arms because this aperture or whatever they call it sticks out 1/4 of an inch. So the smallest you could have this way, it would have to be at least 4.5. It would just clear at 4.5, so you probably want it 4 3/4. So if you want it to open this way, the only way that's going to work with your standard A2 is if you cut it the long way. So it's 11 inches long and 4.5 inches wide, and then you can fold it and open it this way. So you could also cut a 5x5, and that would work in there. I'll show you. So you can see it closes, and then it would open like that. And it would work in this one, either way. Or you could do, like I did with the slimline. Now it can't be this way, like this one. It's not going to work at all. It has to be the tall way. So this was 3.5 inches wide, which is a standard slimline, by 12. And you can get 3 of those out of a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So that's what that is. So I thought I'd show you how quick and easy this is. Just have to get my tape and my glue. All right, so I got my tape and my glue. Now I made a note. If you can see, I did a lot of writing here. I don't know if you can see it. Put it up here. Move these out of the way. And this is so I knew, because believe it or not, with the number I've made, I still struggled with which way does it go. So now I'll show you. You need 2 of these pieces, and these become your arms. That's what I'm calling them. I don't know if that's right. There's a little tab here, and you need to fold it. And there's 1 on each. And you see they're both on the same side, but when you switch it like this, they'll be different. So once you have that, you're going to put glue on the top of this tab. I always lose my pin. And I use glue as opposed to tape because I want it to stay together. And you're going to kind of go like this so it interlocks. So you're going to be left with a little square. Go right up to the fold on this one side where we put the glue. Gotta line it up better. Because you want it straight. There. So we got that one. And after I get that one in place, then I add my glue to this next one. And make sure it lines up nice and straight. And the reason you want it to line up nice and straight, and I'll show you why, is if you can see, I don't know if you can see, on this one here, my top part, oops, there we go, I lined up really good, but my bottom part, not so much. It was a little cocked. So, you know, no one's going to notice but me probably. I mean, if I hadn't pointed out, you guys probably wouldn't have noticed either, but. And I also found that I need just a hair lighter weight paper, because I know you guys know that I use mostly 100-pound paper, because it's just a nice sturdy paper. But this is only 65 pounds. And it's good because it's easier to go into the fold, and you're going to attach your cards, so it's much better. So now if you look at my note, it says, I glued the small tabs, number 2. I'm going to fold on the scores. When I fold on the scores, I'm doing this part here in a diagonal. So I'm not folding where I just added the glue, but on the diagonal. Did you see that? So now I have 2 triangles. And then this part here gets folded up, so it's a mountain fold. Now, in my instructions, I say, mark this is place that goes down, face down. And the reason I do that is because I'm easily confused. So I'm just going to put a little mark here so I know this is the face down. Once you have that done and you know which is going to be face down, the rest is kind of easy because you know that you're going to bring in the arm and it's going to come over. So now this is going to be one of the bottoms. And then you're going to bring in the other arm. Now, first time you do it, it's a little awkward. So if you do one and then the other, then it works. So now you'll see that I have two triangles, and this is when I try to make them be kind of pretty much matched. And both of these marks are now facing up because these are eventually going to be stuck into the card itself. So you see this is going to be placed onto the base of the card, and this is going to be placed onto the base of the card. So the next thing you want to do, thought I had a folded one here. There it is. Here's my 5.5 by 4 1/4, and there's my center fold. So you can use glue and tape. Lots of times I do, which I'm going to do right now. I like the tape because it sticks right away, but I like the glue so I can move it around. So I'm going to add tape here. And here. Sorry, off camera. And I do one down the center. I usually do both sides all together, so just so I get rid of the tape. So again, tape here. Tape here. And tape here. And the reason I say this side is the side down is because that way you don't see that seam. It's kind of crossed over that way, but here you don't see it crossed over. So there you see it crossed over, here you don't.
What if it went, Mark?
So now I'm going to remove the tape.
What if we put it that way?
And I know this is going to face the card, just like this one. So I removed the tape. Just want to make sure there's no overhang. I'm going to add my glue. Time to refill, I think. There we go. So I've added my glue. And now I'm going to set this by the fold, not into the fold yet until I get it centered. I'm going to push it up. Hope you can see that. Say it looks centered. My arms are kind of straight. Make sure this is straight. And I'm going to close the top. As I close the top, I'm also going to kind of force it up a little to make sure it gets as close to the fold. Don't try to put it right in the fold and then try to fold your paper because it's not going to work. So now I can go like this and go to the other side, do the same thing. So if you see, I don't know if it's hard, it's not exactly in that fold, but very close to it. Can you see? Because of the bulk, you can't have it exactly on the fold, otherwise the card's not going to shut correctly. And we'll add our glue. I'm just going to try to straighten it a little, looked a little crooked. And then shut it, smooth it. And I usually go in with my bone folder. So I'll open it up a little and I'll go over that triangle just to make sure everything's down good. And I'll flip it over, do the same thing. And there you have it. The most important part of the card is done. The next part is the cards that go on the arms. And this particular die, it has the perfect rounded shape. So you can't really mess up about where you're attaching. You're going to attach this part of the card here and this part of the card here. So when you cut, you cut 2 pieces. And just like you did the arms, you're going to do these 2 pieces. So put glue on one piece, or you could use tape. Make sure it's lined up good. I'm using the line on the board, so. Diane, I saw your message. I'll let Sharon know. And then, just like I did the other one, I'll lift it up and I'll put the glue on this tab. Easy enough, right? Then I decorate this before, so just so you know the fold. This is a mountain fold, the dead center, and then the edges are the valley folds. So valley, mountain, valley. Down, up, down. And that's how it goes. And I usually decorate mine before I put it into my arms. So you want to decorate it, pick out what you're going to do, words, sayings, whatever. You know, this one had USA in it. Happy birthday with the cards. So I usually decorate before I put the arms in. It's just easier that way. When I decorate, and if I'm using cards or a certain area, I take my template that I showed you earlier, and I use like this section or this section, it doesn't really matter, and I center this over it so I can see where I want to cut it, because this is the end line, and then I'll put my die in and cut it that way. But the one thing I do is after I've cut the piece, I trim it just a sliver, because otherwise it gets stuck in the fold, and we don't want it to get stuck in the fold. So I make sure that the fold is clear. I suppose if you wanted, you could just spread that out, the end ones out a little, but you can't do that for the middle. So then, because this area is defined on where to glue, all you do is this. Hope you can see. You're going to put it on this part, and that's going to be one card, and I go in at an angle, not straight down. You could tape it too if you want, and then all you have to do is match up the corner. I'll flip it over just to make sure it's matched up pretty good. Let it dry or stick it here. And then you're going to do the exact same thing, but at the opposite end, because that's where the corners are. So it's well defined for you, so there's no guessing, oh, which corner do I put the glue on? You don't have to guess. It's there for you. You can only do it one way. Make sure it's lined up. Flip it over in the back. Make sure you're happy with it. And there you have it. I mean, whoops, that's a little crooked. As I say, there you have it. Good enough. All right. So easy enough to do. And then you just got to train it. Open, shut, open, shut. After you do it a couple times. I do find that it helps if you take your finger and push it in like that. But see how easy that was? And the worst part is picking out your decorations. So there you have that. I just want to tell you about this twine. When I did this card here, I knew I wanted the twine, but I'd already applied my mechanism in the center. So if you notice, let's see if you can see it. There is a hole. I don't know if you can see it here. Where it meets, And that doesn't get glued down, so I was able to stick my thread through there, just in case you make a mistake like that. But you embellish it however you want. So this die is by, of course, it is by iCrafter, Lori Whitlock. I didn't use anything other than the main pieces, but it was made for the fall, so you have the words so you can write out fall. It has leaves, acorn. This is a sentiment tab, so you could use that for the hello. I used it for something else, which I'll show you maybe next Friday. I don't know. So lots of pieces there, and this is their fall one. I would have put, decorative paper probably, but very nice die, easily adaptable to any season or any person, and it works well with those cards that they put in the paper packages. So if you have a lot of the cards left over because you don't know what to do with them, there's something you can do with them. So that is iCrafter. We have them in the store. Fun and easy to use. Did you need to say something?
No.
Okay. I have a mess.
Any questions? Anybody have any questions?
No questions, it looks like. It takes a while.
I think there's like a 30-second delay.
All right. So now I'm going to show you one more thing, and I think we have a couple of these in the store, 2 maybe left. And if you, they're not going to be available any longer. There was some controversy over this little pocket purse that Concord and Ninth made. So if you see everybody has it not available or pre-order or whatever, once they've honored the paid orders that they already had, they will no longer make it anymore. But this is called the Classic Clutch Purse. So cute, so tiny. You can tell it's not huge. So I'm going to show you the parts. Here's the handle. Inside, I put some taffy, best saltwater taffy anywhere. And there's a pocket where you can put a gift card. So you got some space in there. I decorated mine with butterflies. This is a fake zipper, of course. But I wanted it right at the top so it kind of looks like it's unzipped and the butterflies are flying out. Paper I think that I used probably Lawn Fawn. But you can see all the pieces here. These 2 pieces are for your sides. This is, of course, your strap. The scallop is your main piece, which fits on an 8.5 by 11, but you need to go more than 4 1/4. You need to go 4 1/2. But that extra stuff, then you can cut out these other pieces. This piece here is for the lining here. This piece here is for the pocket, but I also found that it would fit right up here if you wanted to put that design up there. This is the back pocket. This is for the attachment, and there's 2 zipper pulls, one here, one here. Sorry. This is how we get our jump rings on. They gave a couple tags, and let me get mine. There is also a sentiment stamp that matches it. I don't know if this will be discontinued also, but we do have a couple of these dies in the store. Easy, very easy to put together, and so cute. Be good for Mother's Day gift, Christmas gift, miss you gift. So this is mine here with the set. So I'm going to show you what they did. I loved Lawn Fawn paper because they had those little paper pads, and they work pretty well with what I usually make, and their prints are smaller. So I cut out a gray one because I was like, I have this one paper pad. Let me show you. This paper pad, and although it would be easy for me to use the pink, the yellow, the green, the turquoise, or the purple, a little more difficult to use the gray, although I love gray. So I, when I was looking at this, I said, oh, that would be perfect for the purse. So we're going to kind of make one quickly, hopefully. And I'll give you a couple helpful hints as I go. This is my Brutus Monroe that I use to stick my stuff on, so I don't lose it all. In the die, and I already scored mine, if you can see. I scored it. Yeah, there. You can see where I scored it. The die itself has score marks, but they don't go across. So let me pull out this one so I can show you what I'm talking about. So here, this die here, you notice it doesn't have any score lines that go across. And that was helpful because they could put in more pieces. But if you look, there's a score mark. There should be, is there only two? I thought there was three. 1, 2. Oh, here it is. Sorry. 3. So there is 3, wherever my thumb is. There it is, toward the top. So that score mark is on both sides. So when you cut it, then all you have to do is take your scoreboard, line up that first score, score it, and then go to the next one, because they're not at any particular interval, so you just have to line up your top to the line and the score line, score, and then do the same here. And score. So it's kind of nice because they could fit in more pieces. Uh-oh. And then all you have to do is fold on your scores. I'm going to move this square tool. Fold. Now this paper I'm using right here is pretty heavy. And score. The handle, which is here, you want to kind of twist it, so just so you get a loop. You can do that with your fingers, or you can do it with a tool. And then you're going to just put, the glue's probably, oh, it does work, a touch of glue, just a touch, and pinch it together. We're going to be adding something else to it. Oop. Pinch it together, and then let it dry. The side flaps, which there's 2 of, so you can cut them both at the same time. The 2 edges are what's going to connect, the 2 edges that you see the type on, they're going to connect to the card itself. So that's why it's like this. So you're just going to score. So it's like a zigzag. And I'm not going to put the whole thing together, but I just wanted you to see how easy it is. And then you'll just take it, and you'll use the marks here, the dashes here, and you'll put it there. So I'll show you with this one. Sorry. You don't want it all the way to the bottom, but good enough. And I'm going to put the other one on just because I want to show you how something else fits. So we'll put the other side on too. And the same thing here. I'm going to match it close to the bottom, but next to the dashes. So there, and then you would just glue this up like this. There is a pocket that slips in. Now you can either slip it in and leave it, or I like to put the tape on it just so it doesn't shift. And you'll notice that I have a little tab in there, and you're probably wondering where I got that. And that was from this tag right here, because it's got a lineup line, like right there. So that worked out perfect for my tab right here. So now that I got my tape removed, I'm going to slide it where it belongs. And there, now I have a little pocket inside. This piece wraps perfectly around. So you go like that, put glued on, and then put it in between your stitching nicely. And you want to do that while it's folded like this as opposed to doing it like this, because if you do it like this, you're going to end up with a pucker. But if you wrap it around and put it on like this, you will not end up with a pucker.
You need to pronounce that a little bit better.
Pucker. This piece that is for the inside pocket also works perfectly right here if you wanted to do another print. So I just wanted to show you that. I did use Velcro dots that Sharon has in the store for my seal, which is these. And you'll see this piece here, and you'll see it on my sheet. This has a slit in it so you can attach your jump rings and such and your handle. So before you attach this to the card, you want to attach your jump ring. So you just open up the slit and put it through. Same if you want to add a tag, that's when you would do it. Or you don't have to add a tag. And you need this piece that goes on the arm. And that'll hold it shut. So it's a little tricky. I'm going to show you without really attaching it. So you're going to take this piece, fold it in half. This is a piece that's going to go on the handle. Then you're going to take a ring and you're going to put it in like that. You're going to hold it like that. Sorry, I'm going the wrong way. You want the ring to be at the fold. Like that. Hold it real tight. And then you're going to slip your handle in like that. After you get that done, then you'll do the attachment with this thing, and you'll see how it opens. So you can put it through. Now, I doubled my ring up here, and I doubled this up because I didn't want white to show on the back, because if you went like that, then you'd see the white. So if you see on mine, I didn't do it that way. I made sure I had two. It's you know, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. When you attach this finally, after you get your jump rings on and everything you want on, you don't want to go all the way to the top because you'll have trouble folding it. You don't want to get in the way down here either, because that'll just cause a little pucker. So just kind of go in the middle and line the ring up right on your stitching, and then it's nice and easy to do. I took the inside of this circle or the ring, and that's what I used for outside here. And I forgot to tell you, and I probably don't know where it is right now, but
I'll get it.
I'm looking for my paintbrush die, which
Okay, go ahead. I'll look.
probably under there, right under there.
There you go. There you go, love.
So, and to get the butterflies, I used this paintbrush from Spellbinder, and all the butterflies are in there, and I have tons of extra butterflies now, as you can see. This is the new Lawn Fawn paper, which is awesome also, and that's how I made my butterflies.
I think we have 3 of these.
We may have 3 of those purses, so if you're interested,
First come, first serve.
first come, first serve, because they will not come back into the store for sure. So I like I said, I didn't put it all together for you, but you understand the process and you understand the pitfalls now. You want to make sure that your purse is assembled before you put on this liner. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a pucker. These, of course, would just, you want to square it up and then just push them on. Make sure that they fall within the line here. So You have all the pieces. It's just adorable. And like I said, I filled the one with saltwater taffy because I love saltwater taffy. It's just so easy to make.
And I ate one already this morning.
And this little heart here, sorry, is a pop out from the zipper tab if you want to do the zipper. Like I said, here's the zipper, and I didn't cut out a zipper, but it's very, very skinny, as you can see. And then I just added my tab, and like I said, I wanted it to look like the butterflies were flying out. One other thing I want to show you, Sharon and I laughed about this. I have lots of old stuff because I guess I'm a collector, and I thought I pulled out these. Do you guys remember these? And I thought, oh, how nice that would look on a purse or on the back. Or I have the squiggled. So if you have any of these and you're not sure what to do with them, there you go. Decorate. So I hope you enjoyed this. If there's any questions, I'll look for a couple minutes. But I know Sharon's getting ready to do a class.
Suzanne, hang on. As soon as we're off here, we'll get you on Zoom.
All righty. I think we're done then. Thank you. Have a good weekend.
Oh, one other thing that we got in that I forgot to show, and we'll just leave you with this. Sending you all happy little thoughts today and always. This is a new little stamp set from Colorado Crafts. So we'll just wait and see if there's any questions. I gotta go get my camera. I'm not gonna touch your stuff.
Oh, I have lots of stuff.
Everyone have a great weekend. Thanks for joining us.